Welcome to Socially Powerful. Over 150 experts, £30 million in annual revenue, offices in London, New York and across Europe. This week we break down a massive seeding opportunity that dropped into our laps. We celebrate behind the screens hitting 10k followers on TikTok. We launch our first ever creator clothing collab, but not without a bit of drama. And we reveal our next big travel move in America. As always, like, comment and subscribe and enjoy episode 5.
In almost 8 years of running Socially Powerful, I've never had this happen before. But today, probably one of the most insulting emails I've ever received landed in my inbox. We get approached by brands all the time. And we got approached last Friday by a brand to pitch for their European social account. And they asked us to fill in an RFI, which contained about 4 questions. It was company name, company number, number of people, location, something like that. And they just come back to us and said, we have some concerns about your creative meeting our standards. And I'm there thinking, hang on, we didn't even show you any creative. All we did was fill out some basic RFI questions. That was it. There's no call, there's no pitch, there's no ideas. And they've somehow decided we're not good enough. And this brand is one of the biggest brands in the world. How can you suddenly decide after 4 RFI questions, that's it? It just baffles me what goes on at these brands sometimes. Honestly, I can't believe it. And just for clarity, we work with some of the biggest brands in the world. We run their global social media channels. We've won creative awards. We're always winning awards for our creative. I'm not going to say it's insulting, but in truth, it really is, because they ruled us out before a conversation even started. Anyway, it's their loss. It doesn't matter. We'll keep building. We'll keep winning clients that want to work with us because we've got amazing creative. And next time, the ones who miss out, they'll be chasing us, not the other way around. So let's get into the vlog. Positive week ahead. Let's go do it.
Something very exciting to share with you. The world's most sophisticated beauty brand when it comes to earned media and advocacy has engaged us, Socially Powerful, to develop its next global mass advocacy playbook, a blueprint that will redefine earned media and seeding at scale. In short, we are being asked to predict the future of earned media for the very people who wrote yesterday's rule. Exciting. Peace.
I've been told by Majid there's something big happening this week involving this guy, Joe, who you saw in episode 4 of the vlog as Majid's right-hand man for strategy, right? This is crazy. This is exciting stuff.
So we've got the opportunity for one of the biggest brands in the world, and we've got a call with them tomorrow to kick everything off. But this is a massive, massive job with not a lot of time to do it, and requires hours and hours and hours and hours of research that we haven't started because we've only just been onboarded as of today. So we need to make sure that we ask the exact perfect questions to the client tomorrow to make sure that the hours and hours of research that we start from tomorrow is actually researching the right thing, because otherwise we will be
Good morning, Joe.
What about it?
So it's the day after yesterday, after the meeting.
Yeah.
How's it going?
So it's going quite well, yeah. Feeling quite good. We're building out the plan for how we're going to answer. We're going to run it through with the client, see if they're aligned on the plan, and then we're going to go straight into production. We've briefed the research teams. We're cracking on.
And this is quite a big operation, right? You're getting a Macedonian team involved.
Getting the Macedonian team involved. They've got access to loads of tools, which means they can scrape loads of data and help us actually understand what's going on in the market. Obviously, we have a pretty good understanding of what is best in class, but in terms of raw numbers and data that backs up what works and how brands are doing that, we obviously don't have that off the top of our heads, so we need them to help us find that information.
Hello. I'm coming to you from the Behind the Screens podcast studio. We just hit a massive milestone on the pod. We just hit 10k followers on TikTok, showing up week in, week out, creating content. So Curtis joined Socially Powerful around 18 months ago as the head of talent management. And we had the vision that we'd start creating a podcast so we could get closer to talent, understand their story, and get them more familiar with what Socially Powerful does as an agency and what we can potentially offer them with talent management. When we first started the podcast, we had a pretty simple formula. Let's get the biggest guests on possible. And we thought by doing so, our podcast will follow suit. We'd be able to tap into their audiences, be able to get them to follow us. And that was how we grow our podcast. But really, whilst it moved the needle a little bit, over the last couple months, we found the formula. The clips that really drove engagement were the ones that just featured me and Curtis. It was us being raw, unfiltered, and doing stuff that provoked people to want to follow us. And then probably around 6 weeks ago, we stumbled across another formula that has helped us grow even faster than ever before. What we did was introduce a segment into the podcast called Top Fives. And that is a list segment where it can be the best or the worst of something. These list formats are so engaging. So what have I learned in the last few months of doing this podcast? I've learned that people don't follow podcasts for the guests. They follow for the hosts. I've learned that Top Fives are giving us a repeatable, scroll-stopping format that has real replay value, and people will come back to watch that. However, whilst Top Fives are great for driving engagement and driving interaction and getting followers on TikTok, they're not great for driving interaction on long-form content. And I've learned that raw beats polished every single time. The conversations we have, we don't edit or cut anything. That makes it real, that makes it raw, and that's what makes it exciting, because you never know what's going to come out of someone's mouth. And we've always got to keep learning, because what works this week might not work next week. But the long-term goal, we need to start pushing the long form content. And I've got to give a massive shout out to Bart, who came on, and when that man joined, the whole podcast has moved to the next level. We didn't just build this podcast studio for ourselves. There's always a business element to this. At Socially Powerful, we're launching a new venture, which is all about video podcasting. So if you're an influencer, a content creator, or somebody who's got a substantial audience where you feel a podcast is something you want to do, let's do it together, because we can build unique sets, unique look, unique feel to whatever you're looking for. Hit us up, because video podcasting and Socially Powerful is gonna be massive. It's not often I get to say this after 7-8 years of Socially Powerful, but this is a first. That first is tomorrow we are launching our first official clothing line with one of our exclusively signed influencers and talent. So Curtis, who heads up our talent management division, tell us more about it.
Yes, Cursed Brother, who you would have seen in episode 1 of the vlogs, right? He came to us, he loves fashion, he wanted to launch a merch line. We took his logo, we stuck it on a t-shirt, it looked like this. That's not what we're about.
No.
It needs to be better, it needs to be higher quality. So, we went and found some blanks that we love, we checked out some different showrooms, we ended up with AS colour blanks, and then tomorrow you're going to get to have access all areas when Rourke joins us in the war room. I'm hoping that it just doesn't go wrong.
The next day.
Curtis, today is the day. It's the launch day.
It is.
Launch day, baby! Alright, we're on our way to pick up the little cars that I'm going to sign for you lot.
Perfecto.
There we go. Oh yeah, these look hard as well. Yes. Come on. Get yours now, otherwise you won't get one of these little cards.
Right, now we've got to build a website.
Fuck it hell.
Launches in 3 hours.
Alright guys, so what we're doing right now is we're signing some cards that are going to be in the first 100 orders, and if you fucking get one, if you manage to get in the first 100, yeah, then you're going to get 10% off. 100. There we go.
Nice one. Alright, cheers, mate. Right, we've got some bad news.
Yeah.
Chris Brown bought 250,000 AS colour t-shirts last night for his tour, and the miners are fully out of stock.
What?
Serious?
Apparently it's never happened where they've had every bit of stock globally.
That's jokes content, because man said Chris Brown bought out the exact tees we're using. That shows you something.
This is what the vlog
That shows you something, that what we're printing on is fucking insane.
You could not make this up. Curtis is currently on the phone to our distributor trying to figure out a solution to this chaos, and he thinks he's found a way. What's your next step, Curtis?
So we're well done for keeping the vlog on point. We are instead of going for the minus, we're going to have 5 centimeters more at the bottom of the t-shirts, and we now just need to get the website updated. We've got an hour 32 until I need to leave to go pick my daughter up, and also that we said that the stuff was going live.
So what's happening now?
We're waiting for our friends at Boxy to update the stock on their side so that hopefully it'll pull through to the website. I'm going to push some buttons. Honestly, mate, what are the fucking chances?
I didn't know what you were going to say after the sentence. So I just got off the phone. Chris Brown. I thought you were going to be like, Chris Brown wants to buy one of the t-shirts. Not one of them. He's bought 250,000 of them, but not our ones with the fucking logo on it. So don't know what the end of that sentence was going to be, but not that.
I just texted him. Did you see that text?
No, what's happened?
Read your phone.
What's happened?
Chris Brown just bought 250,000 of the blank tees and they're out of stock. We think we've sorted it.
The most perfect timing ever. The day of our first ever
Yeah.
clothing.
Yeah.
then Chris
But
Brown
also-
won every single t-shirt available.
You could say it's cursed. Am I right? Whoa! We make jokes over here.
Right, boys, you launch in 3 minutes. How are we feeling?
He's fucking about to do budge after this. Like,
It's just whether or not we launch in 3 minutes. The stock's not pulling through properly from their main website, so I'm trying to override it currently. It's awfully quiet when it goes quiet now.
These things happen. These things happen, Jack. These are unseen circumstances.
But you was prepared for something to fuck up, but not of this magnitude, right?
well, there's been multiple things to be fair, and he's actually rolled with the punches. So shout out Curtis.
Yeah.
In all honesty, fucking I love him. Like, he's gonna be the best man at my uncle's wedding, or something along those lines.
Yeah, his uncle's my dad. Right, we're going live, boys.
Like that.
Oh, we're going live.
Curtis, how you feeling, mate? Sexy?
Yep, as always.
Oh, we're live! Oh, look at that!
We're live, baby. We're active. We're live, and we're also alive.
Congratulations, Curtis. You've done it.
I can't believe your merch brand is out, dude.
Congratulations, Rock. Now, sell loads of them, please, mate.
That was sick, though. Thank you very much. You actually smashed it, bro. Actually, all jokes aside, thank you, my brother.
So, Majid's put in a random last-minute meeting.
Yeah, been pulled
With
in
us.
last minute, man.
We've been pulled in last minute. Do you know what this is about?
Well, it says last minute. Let me see what the title says, and I'll give you a guess at what I think it's going to be about. US last minute travel. So I can only assume that there's an opportunity in the US. There's always last minute opportunities happen at SP, and we like to go and meet people face to face. We've obviously got the team in the US anyway, but I think we might be sending some people from the London office. Here he is.
Bonjour. Hello. So I wanted to catch up and get your signature and approval on this. There's one of our clients that is organizing an internal strategy away day. It's in Chicago, and
For anyone who's that is
Yeah.
Chicago in America.
So it's in Chicago, and she has invited us at the last minute to run a few sessions around influencer marketing and advocacy. So obviously some of the US team in New York are gonna go. We need to add to the expertise and get some of the experts as well in the UK to join. So I was thinking we can send Coralie,
The superstar.
the ultimate. I think we send Tash because she's done a lot of work with which is hair care. The only challenge is that they need to leave this weekend. And we need to see if they are keen.
So they don't know about this yet.
No, they don't know. No.
Okay.
They might tell us to fuck off.
When are you going to tell Coralie and Tash?
Today. Come in. We have a last minute request, and we have a mission for you. One of the clients is running a strategy away day in Chicago. The only challenge is that is next week, so you will have to leave potentially on Sunday.
It's going to be a challenge. I'm going to have to move a lot of things around, but if there's like a clear roadmap and expectations laid out, then we can make it work.
Super keen. I'm
I
excited.
mean, he has some T's and C's. Tash and Coralie's.
Tash and Coralie. That's pretty good for you.
We need you to like.
You got a
capture
vlog.
it.
You
Yeah.
got a vlog. The whole thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Told you it was
Thank you.
2 minutes. Done.
Thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. If you want more of this absolutely insane content. Am I right?